Hello everyone, and welcome to the week 4 Polynomials 2 video. We're going to do a subtraction problem and a division problem. So let's get started here. Now, to add or subtract polynomials, you're simply adding or subtracting the like terms. But when we subtract polynomials, we have to do something before we can combine the like terms. You have to treat this as if that was a -1, and you have to distribute to each one of these terms on the inside. And you know that when you multiply anything by -1, it just simply changes the sign. Okay, so let's drop the parentheses off of here. And when I multiply -1 times 3, that makes -3. -1 times -x squared makes +x squared. And -1 times -4x to the third makes +4x to the third. Now, once you distribute that to that parentheses to the right, then all you have to do is to combine your like terms. So the 2 minus 3 would make -1. The x squared, +x squared, plus another x squared that's understood to be 1 plus 1 makes 2x squared. And then the 7x to the third plus the 4x to the third, both are positive, so we add those to make 11x to the third. Remember, when you add like terms, you do not change your exponents. When you add like terms, you do not change your exponents. So that would be our answer. And you would do the same thing with addition, except you wouldn't have to change any signs. You would just add the like terms. Okay? Now, division. And this goes back to long division, where we divided, multiplied, subtracted, brought down, and started the process over. And we have to use long division with a problem like this. We have 2x plus 3 that's going into 6x to the third minus 5x squared minus 13x plus 13. And we're always going to go through that process: divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, start over. And we will always divide by this first term here. So I'm going to start off. You need to make sure that these are in complete descending order, no missing terms. X to the third, x squared, x to the first power. For example, if I was missing an x squared, then I will have to place a 0 in there, 0x squared. So no missing terms, and then you start dividing. Starting off with 6x to the third divided by 2x. Always dividing by 2x in this one. And that gives me 3x squared. That tells me the first term that I should have up top here. And in long division, after we divide to get this number up here or term up here, we multiply. So we take the 3x squared and we use distributive property. We multiply 3x squared times 2x, 6x to the third. 3x squared times 3, +9x squared. And after we multiply in long division, we change the signs, or we subtract it. So if I subtract this, that's simply going to make this a -6x to the third, and that's going to change this to a minus also, and make that -9x squared. So 6x to the third minus 6x to the third is 0. -5x squared minus 9x squared gives me a -14x squared. Now, after we subtracted in long division, what was our next step? That's right, we had to bring down the next term. So I have to bring down this -13x. And then we always start the process all over with what we had down here. So I'm going to start over with division again. And I'm going to divide -14x squared by 2x. And that'll tell me the next term that should go up top. -7x squared divided by x to the first. You subtract those exponents, gives us x to the first power. So I take that, I put it up top, And then after we divided, our next step was to multiply. So this time I'm multiplying negative 7x times 2x plus 3. So negative 7x times 2x is negative 14x squared. Negative 7x times 3 is negative 21x. And again, we had to change or subtract. And when we subtract, all we're going to end up doing is changing these signs when we subtract these two. So when I subtract this, that'll make that positive. That'll make that positive. I just like to say change the signs, because essentially that's what you're doing. That'll make 0. Negative 13x plus 21x makes positive 8x. Positive 8x. Bring down your last term. Start the process all over from here one more time. So 8x divided by 2x gives us 4, because of x over x will cancel each other out there. That'll be x to the 0, so that'll just cancel out. So a positive 4 is my last number to go up top here. Take the 4, multiply it. 4 times 2x, 8x. 4 times 3, 12. And you're right, after we multiply, we have to subtract or change these signs, and they'll both go to negative. So that will cancel. 8x minus 8x, and then 13 minus 12 is 1. We have a remainder of 1. To write a remainder is kind of like writing a mixed number, the rest of the mixed number part. We would add, since it's positive, put our remainder over our divisor. And that will be your answer. 3x squared minus 7x plus 4 plus 1 over 2x plus 3 to represent your remainder. Again, this is the kind of problem that takes some practice, so be sure to practice on plenty of them and get your steps down. It's just like long division that you use, except we have some variables in there. Alright, that's it for the Polynomials 2 video, and I hope that helped out, and I'll see you in the next video.